What is up everybody, my name is Takeshix and today I'm going to bring you a little guide on the physical cluster arrow demon hunter for patch 2.1.2. Really hope you enjoy and let's get started. For your skills, you'll want to go with evasive fire focus for best possible hatred regeneration, cluster arrow shooting stars as your main damage dealing ability, sentry polarization for slowing enemies, alt tumble for picking up health globes or surviving, preparation punishment for better resource management, and companion that gains the effect of every rune because of the 2-piece Marauders set bonus. For your passives, you'll want to go with ballistics that doubles the damage of your cluster arrow rockets, awareness for some extra survivability, custom engineering to be able to place more sentries, and Cull the Weak that increases the damage against slowed or chilled enemies by 20%. If you happen to get a Hellfire Amulet with one of these 4 passives, I would advise you to go with Steady Aim or Archery as your 5th passive for best possible damage output. When it comes to gear, there's one big decision you will have to make: Pride's Fall or Hexing Pants. While Pride's Fall has the higher effective damage output in theory, there are a few things to consider when it comes to actual damage. Dodging all incoming damage is not always possible in practice. Therefore, if you lose the buff more than once per minute, it would probably be better to go for Hexing Pants. That said, another big factor is if you are playing in a party or solo. While not getting hit in a party is quite easy, it might be a problem when playing solo. If you happen to get a Plague Pack in your Rift, it's almost safe to say that you won't benefit from the Pride's Fall buff that fight, which might cost you a lot of time. Hexing Pants on the other hand are a very reliable and good way to keep up your damage. For the rest of your gear, you'll want to go with 5 pieces of Marauders, a Ring of Royal Grandeur, and a Bombardier's Rucksack. Arcane Barb is a really good choice for a weapon because you can simply craft it until you get a decent one. Other than that, try to get Sentry Cluster Arrow skill damage on every piece you can, as well as resource cost reduction, which is the most important stat for this build. In the description below you can find a link to a Diablo fans build with recommended items and stat priorities. For gems, I would recommend going with Bane of the Trapped, Zaystone of Vengeance, and either Bane of the Powerful or Taguk. Please note that Taguk is not worth it if you cannot keep the stacks up for the duration of a rift. When playing solo, try to spread out your sentries to keep everything slowed while getting the most benefit out of Zaystone of Vengeance. Other than that, try to stay as far back as you can and keep moving to avoid damage. When facing enemies with Jailer or similar one-shot abilities, stay out of range and let your sentries do the work. When playing together with a support, switch out Polar Station for Spitfire Turret on your sentry since you won't need the slow. Try to place your sentries as far back as possible to get the most out of Zaystone of Vengeance. I really hope you enjoyed this little guide. If you have any questions or criticism, feel free to post in the comments below or try to catch me live at twitch.tv/Takeshix. Thank you for watching and goodbye.
I can't do that. My hatred is too low.